Fox 54 News reached out to the Bloomington Police Department in Illinois, where they said they first made contact with Jelani Day's family on August 23rd. On the 25th was a missing persons report, and then the following day, they say they turned it over to a detective. Here's a timeline of Jelani Day's disappearance leading up to his discovery.
Normally through just missing persons, it's on patrol for 10 days. His case was just unusual. We have a lot of missing persons cases. The fact that he hadn't communicated with his family, he didn't show up to class. It kind of just, it was pretty obvious that we needed to look into it.
Day was a student at Illinois State University, where they also made contact with the police department. Bloomington PD said they worked in partnership with other agencies leading up to Day's discovery at a river. Police say it was in the town of Peru where they found his vehicle. The same day, the detective received the missing persons report.
The vehicle was found in Peru, Illinois. So there was a search there that was done, a smaller scale search, but a professionally coordinated search. There was canines, they had drones, and luckily we were fortunate that there was the bulk of our investigation was between then and September 4th. We were serving subpoenas, search warrants for a lot of digital evidence. That's where a lot of our investigation time went to.
The big question is why did it take nearly 20 days from the time Day's body was found to the identification? Here's the police department's answer.
And I know there were some issues with the Illinois State Police Crime Lab. I guess they were out of a material, and it might have taken more weeks. And really, the coroner's office said that it may take a few weeks to release, and they were accurate from the get-go. They knew how long it took. It just is, and already the state police has a large backlog. That backlog didn't have any impact on it. From what I've seen, that backlog didn't have an impact. We made some phone calls. This was an important thing to do. Identification normally, in different cases, identification's a little bit easier. I guess I'll say that. In this case, it wasn't. So that's why we had to, and by we, it'd be more the LaSalle County Coroner's Office. They did the autopsy, and they couldn't make an identification. So they had to, move to the DNA testing, which takes a while.
The police department has not confirmed if foul play is expected and say the investigation is ongoing. Jelani Day's disappearance has shed light on the lack of urgency for missing people of color. Here is what some people had to say about it.
There's a disproportionality in which white women or people that are not people of color do get not only broad coverage, but they even receive incentives to make their stories public, such as books, shows. And we have seen, heard, and read the stories of Indigenous, Hispanic, and Black women and even Asian women as well, who have suffered or gone missing or have undergone just horrible circumstances, but their stories either don't make national news or they are silenced due to different reasons. So as a local organization that advocates for women of color, we just want to make sure that everybody understands that we will remain advocates and we will try to amplify the voices of those women.